Hello, viewers. It's another beautiful Thursday evening. Welcome to Kboxtv, and it's the Total Boxing Show. Today, I'll be here with my regular panelists, Daniel Sowah and then Cudjoe Amedoda. Currently, I have Daniel Sowah on, and Cudjoe Amedoda just joined us. Welcome again to Kboxtv, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Today we have a lot of things to discuss. First of all, the victory of Isaac Dogbe. We'll digest it. We'll talk about it. His chances in the featherweight division, and now that he's moved up, also we'll discuss a little things that's going to shake up. That's going to be at the super bantamweight, considering the fact that Wasiru is also there, and then Ghana's Isaac Saki is also in on the WBO rankings. We'll talk about it also briefly. We'll talk about the fact that Mike Tyson has signed the papers to fight Ray Jones Jr. We'll talk about that also briefly, and then any other matters that will come up to, we'll also talk about it briefly. So, guys, we have a lot of things on our plate. Viewers, anywhere you're watching in the world, thank you for having time to watch us. Make sure you go on our YouTube to subscribe. We're streaming live on YouTube and live on Facebook too as well. Just make a choice and then watch us anytime, anywhere. We are here on every Thursday night. All right, so I see you repping Pom Boxing, Prince Okunative, Pom Boxing, a very good boxer from Tema. Yeah. And so I'll take it from the last joiner because he came in late. Cudjoe Amedoda. Cudjoe, how was the feeling when you saw Isaac Dogbe deliver on what you came here to say that he's going to win?
Thank you very much, and respect to the Kboxtv viewers.
Yeah, thanks.
In fact, I am so excited about how the whole thing went on, how the fight went on. In fact, even the dressing room, Dogbe was very excited and very calm, and then was feeling so okay. So I was like, I like some kind of confidence in him already. So relaxed, relaxed. I believe that, but I was surprised that in fact he was having more confidence than even some of his followers.
Oh yeah, right. I get you. I get you. Daniel. I mean, you've also seen some part of the fight. I mean, so how was the feeling when you saw the Royal Storm Dogbe overcome, his opponent Chris Avalos?
Well, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised for his victory because Avalos, we all know Avalos is an average boxer, and from the beginning everything looked good for Dogbe. So I wasn't surprised at all. But I was thinking he would have ended the fight earlier than he did.
Right.
I didn't. Although I wasn't really supporting Dogbe, I wasn't expecting him to go that far with the fight. I thought he should have ended it before.
Because I was about asking you because I mean last week you were here saying that you don't think he stand a chance against Alvarez.
yeah. You see, last week what I was saying is Alvarez has fought some good boxers and he has seen it all. So I wasn't seeing I didn't see what Dogbe was going to bring to him that was surprising as a boxer. So that's what I was looking at. And like I said, there was nothing surprising. The fight rather went to round 8. And you could see the stoppage. It's debatable.
Okay. Amedoda, you think that the stoppage was debatable?
I don't know what kind of referee will allow the fight to continue from there. No, I don't believe. No professional referee can let that fight continue from there. Why? Because Dogbe is winning all the rounds. Number one, Dogbe is winning on the round. And the punishment that the guy is passing through, and the particular punch that that paralyzed the guy. the particular point that paralyzed the guy. The referee saw it from far, and the referee said, "No, we cannot continue with it." So I don't know what. I don't know what my brother is talking about.
You just heard what Amedoda said. He said the referee saw it from far.
Good. I'm happy Amedoda is making that point. The referee seeing it from far. Because like he was complaining with a fight with Navarrete, Dogbe with Navarrete. He was telling me that the fight was still made for Navarrete. It's the same thing that happened. The referee saw from far. The referee has been spoken to. Because you know Dogbe is in debt. He signed a contract with Top Rank, and he has not been able to made money for them. So he's in debt, and Top Rank as a promotional company that is a business would like to make Dogbe come back with a point.
Right.
You know, his comeback, he should put something out there for the people to talk about, so that it prepares him for the next fight to be able to cash out. So, like you said, the referee saw it from far.
From far,
so,
okay. All right. Amedoda, I mean, let's talk about the performance of Isaac Dogbe. We've seen Dogbe fight many opponents, and we saw his performance yesterday. On Tuesday. What would you make of his performance?
In fact, I saw drastic change in Dogbe's performance. Dogbe changed drastically. Very big transformation. But the one thing that I would say is...
I was about to say, could you talk us to some of the transformation, the changes that you have seen or you saw?
Yeah, the transformation is so... if you look at... Even Dogbe is attacker. But if you look at his attacking this time, he's...
Oh, I think we lost Amedoda there. We'll try and get him back. But I mean, Sowah, can you also talk to us? I mean, some of the things that you've seen, or did you see a more changed Dogbe in this fight?
Yeah, of course. In as much I'm not supporting him, I think it changed a lot of things, and it was working for him. But in the middle rounds, you realize he went back to his normal style of fighting. Because from the beginning of the rounds, you could see he was using the jab more, and he was dominating the fight. The mindset, the mentality was very good. So that's what I saw. But later in the rounds, he changed back to a style of fighting. And with this particular fight, you could see his power punch wasn't that strong. His power punch wasn't that strong, like I know of. You know, Dogbe is known for that power punch.
But in that particular fight,
the power punches. He threw a lot of good punches. Because Alvarez was opening up most of the time, but the punches were not that strong to put Alvarez down. But from the middle of the round, 4-5,
round 4-5.
I don't know what happened to him. He slowed down. So the stoppage even in round 8, to me, it didn't make sense to me, because if the stoppage had happened between round 1 to 4, that would have been okay. From the round 6, round 7, you could see Alvarez also switched, and he also throws some good punches. So I'm happy he has been able to at least learn how to use the jab and feel more relaxed and control the fight. But he should keep it up. He shouldn't drop it in the middle of the round.
Amedoda, I mean, you were talking to us about some of the changes that you've also seen in the new Dogbe now.
Yes. The new Dogbe, he's attacking. That's what I'm talking about. His attacking is different from the way he attacked first, because first he's attacking mostly come to the hooks from the downside, but this time he's attacking more on the upper level, which is getting the head correct. Anytime that he throw even a jab against the head, he's hitting it all right. I cannot say that is Alvarez who is not doing what he should do, but I can see that Dogbe is the one who transformed very high to get to that level. Yeah, that is one thing that I see. And then Dogbe's defense too, how he moved backwards, and then his head movement is something which is helping him not to get more punches landed on him. So that is the thing that he's doing, and I see that no, Dogbe is transformed very, very well. He transformed very well. But the only thing is, I don't know why. I know Alvarez is attacker, but I don't know why in this fight Alvarez don't attack that much. I don't know that it's Dogbe's strategy that is causing him not to attack more for me to see the reaction of this thing. But the little that he did, Dogbe reacted to it very well, and it's very sweet. So Dogbe changed.
Okay, great. So I mean, so would you say that this is a more mature, like Dogbe has matured in the game?
Well, in as much I have problems with his style of boxing and the way he has been pampered, I think it's good. It's good for the start because boxing today is more of the jabbing and not relying much on the power punch. So if he was able to master the jab from the from round 1 to 5, and I think it's good. But what I would suggest is that his team, they must focus, because if Alvarez is an average fighter, just imagine Dogbe face a bigger opponent who is more experienced. He would have made the use of the last 3 rounds. Because Dogbe dominated the fight really well from 1 to 5. But from 6 to 8, it was bad. So if his team is listening, I know they are listening, because even with the jab that we use, I'm sure they pick it from us. It was our suggestions that they relied on. Yes, right. So I think
I remember very well that we were here and we were saying that they should. I mean, he needs to throw more jabs, and which I feel like was. I mean, you are right with what you're saying.
Yes. So I think they should stay more focused. And one thing, like last week we discussed, a boxer that has a power punch must be developed. I don't think he should lose his power punch like he did in the fight. He should rather develop on using his power punch in as much as adding the jab to it. So that is what I am. I think all the same is doing well.
He has really matured, right?
Yeah.
Right. Amedoda, I'm sure you would also want to add your voice to whether Dogbe has matured as a boxer now. Oh, unfortunately, we are not getting through to him. So we will continue. I mean, okay. So back to you, Sowah. Another thing that I would want us to talk about was the fact that in this fight he had changed his manager and then he's changed his trainers. He's now working with Barry and then Patrice. And what would you make of their performance and in preparing Dogbe for the fight?
I think their performance is great. It's great in the sense that Dogbe from the beginning of his career was with he was with his dad. Right. And like me, I keep saying Dogbe, they keep pumping Dogbe. Right. And even from the beginning of his career, he's being pumped by his dad. It's not good for him. You get me? Because he needs to go in the hard way. So if he changed his trainer and we could see positive things coming from his trainer, I should tell you they are not making him comfortable. Right. But because of his past, it will take time to get him right. And I think they've done well. They've really done well.
Okay, I mean, Amedoda, I was asking of the fact that Dogbe was not with his dad, but was with his new trainers and under new manager, under new management. But he still went on to win. I was asking if you think the performance of his coach has been great for him.
Yeah, I would say that the coach has done very well for Dogbe, because I can say they are high-class professional coaches. If I compare them to Dogbe's father, father is what should I say? He's a PE coach. Dogbe's father is a PE coach, and he knows a little about boxing.
He's a PE coach.
What I would say. Yeah, he's a PE coach, and he knows a little about boxing. Yeah,
but he was able to make the boy a world champion.
Yeah, he did. Congratulations to that. He made him a world champion. That doesn't make him a class of coach. He doesn't put him in that class.
Oh, but Amedoda, we've seen trainers who have trained with people and have not been able to get to that stage. So at least let's give him the credit for that.
Yes, it's true. No, I'm not discrediting him anyway.
Right.
I'm not discrediting him. But what I'm saying is, first of all, how many boxers did he have? Is he having training now? How many boxers is he having training? No, but he know that then he have the feeling for it, and then he know.
The internet is not really helping Amedoda, but he's making very interesting submissions there. So, would you want to pick it up from there?
Yeah. I would like to continue. What he's saying is really interesting. You know, Dogbe's dad is not to me. Is not a professional trainer. It's not up to that level. You see, he's the father of the boxer, so he can take extra. He will do extra things for Dogbe to become a world champion. And you see, when you want to go back to the track, how Dogbe became a world champion, you realize most of his fights were cooked for him. And I'm saying that because I've listened to his dad on several interviews. You see, if you have the money to pay WBO to stage a fight in Ghana, that means you automatically get a politics to back you. Because bear in mind, the boxer you are bringing is from abroad, and for you to be a local boxer in Ghana to even be able to pay that money, it's a big plus. And apart from that, the money even came from the president. It came from the president of Ghana, Akufo-Addo, through Jerry John Rawlings and all that. So he had a lot of big people in the country backing him, and they were putting money into Dogbe. So I tell you, if you give me a boxer today and I have that kind of financial support, I'll be able to make a world champion. I'll make a world champion easy, especially putting up a fight in Ghana here. I'll make a world champion easy.
All right,
so
Amedoda, I would like
if his dad really wants to be a boxing trainer, then he should up his game. Pick someone who is not, who he doesn't know, and train him up.
Amedoda, I would like you to also finish your submissions. Hello, Cudjoe. I think we've lost Cudjoe again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're back. I wanted you to finish your submission so that we can move on to another topic.
What the point that I'm making is his father is not experienced coach, but he did very tremendous job on his son, and then the son did a very hard work in the gym, everything, and then he supported him very well, giving the fundamentals, and then made the guy from nothing to a world champion. Very big credit to him. But if you compare him to Hunter, no, he's nowhere near Hunter. Hunter was awarded the best coach quite recently.
Right, that's true.
That coach cannot be compared to
Patrice is Hall of Famer trainer, coach.
Yeah. And Paul Dogbe cannot be compared to that coach. And now, the work that he made the son come to understand that he's in boxing. Boxing is hard work, and then the boy capitalized on that. No coach in Ghana here is able to do that. Not money alone. I believe my friend is talking about money. It's not money alone, because Dogbe win most fights in Europe and US. You understand? And then he faced top boxers, and then he defeat them. He defeat them completely, knockout and things like that. So he put this thing in there, but to get the technical skills to see that, hey, this is what should go on, this is what you should do in this level and things like that. Those are the things that Paul Dogbe is missing. That is why he wasn't able to continue with the boy any longer. And moreover, Dogbe is having disadvantages in structure-wise. Those are the things that cause, his height, his reach, and things like that. That is this, because he's attacking, and the way he come in with it, it is somebody that can disturb any boxer who will come to face him. But if you are sleek boxer, like how it happened between Azuma and what's the name, Sweet Pea, it will be a problem. But if you get a coach that can put you down, read the game, see how the game is going. Yeah, if it's a coach that can see that sleek type of this thing, and then show you how you defend and then move yourself with some technical skills, then that is what Paul Dogbe lack. That is why these people are in here and they are doing better. I saw Dogbe transform so much, so I see that this coach is very good for Dogbe. That is a good thing. That is why, personally, I don't like the good old coach, the name of in the first place.
all right. Interesting comment coming in from Amedoda. But I mean, guys, now the good news is that because of Dogbe's victory, there's some new kind of excitement in Ghana boxing. We should all agree, because after winning, we saw him trending on Twitter. His pictures flowing on Instagram. We saw the Facebook comments. I mean, people that I know that don't like Dogbe, who were flabbergasting him and insulting him and all that before, they will all say, "Oh, I feel that's a Dogbe I had you. Dogbe I say, oh, Dogbe winning, Dogbe I say, oh, and I feel that Dogbe anymore say, Dogbe's face is still intact, and all those comments." I mean, do you also feel like, I mean, the victory has brought some kind of excitement in Ghana boxing?
I would say there's excitement, but the excitement that is coming is not coming from people that really follow boxing and people that will criticize Dogbe to be the best world champion, better world champion we want him to be. Because you can tell, I wouldn't celebrate this Dogbe's victory. Why won't I celebrate this victory? Because he fought someone who is a nobody. You see, Dogbe fought Navarrete. Navarrete beat him twice. Nothing changed. First fight, second fight, nothing changed. And you see, I keep saying Dogbe is being pampered from Bukum days. For the Bukum days, because from the Bukum days, most of his fights, I watch them. And you see, when he comes, the kind of fans and the excitement, it gets into his head. So if you even watch most of Dogbe's fights, the farmers, when I say farmers, bumps, or people that are not really boxers, people that are not in the gym, boxing always training. Yes, those people he fought even were ahead of him on point before he brings in his power punch. And you see, if we have a boxer like this, who is a very young chap, and we are all giving him praises when we have to criticize him, and the praises is not really coming from people of boxing, it becomes a problem for him, because you fought Alvarez, you took Alvarez to the 8th round, and the stoppage was controversial to me. The stoppage was controversial. So in his mind, he felt he has done something really big. Now you go back and they give you somebody like Navarrete again. Let me just use Navarrete again. Navarrete will beat you. You get me? So I think this is the time we should just tell him that it's just a comeback. We shouldn't celebrate it, because I saw a lot of people celebrating it, and I pick it from the point of view that if the GBA, if the president of Ghana, that $100,000 he paid for one of Dogbe's fights to be hosted here in Ghana, if he would have spent that $100,000 on 50 boxes, we will produce more world champions, and the excitement will be greater than what we saw after he won the fight. You get me? If they are spending on other boxers, we are going to get more world champions. But if the money is just on one person, and look at the excitement that is coming, and we all know, you see, what Dogbe did, if you should take it to the US and you ask somebody, let's say someone from, let's say, matchroom boxing, not top rank, because top rank, by all means, will give Dogbe praises because it's on the account.
Or PBC boxing.
Exactly, or PBC, yeah. Let the person discuss Dogbe's performance. I will tell you he hasn't done anything at all. Because he fought someone who everybody is knocking down, like the top names he fought were knocking him down, and they knocked him down. Clearly. But your stoppage, it was just 20 seconds to finish the fight, and he responded well to the last 3 combinations.
See, we can't take away the fact that Dogbe has faced very tough opponents. See, he faced Tabanao, right? He dethroned Magdaleno to take his title, right? I mean, these names are top names. I understand that he lost to Navarrete, but it is only Navarrete that he has lost to back to back.
You see, that's the reason why it's even a trouble for him. Because in the first fight he lost to Navarrete, you could see Navarrete made him like a farmer, like someone who is new to boxing. He was clueless. is that they couldn't even read the game. They couldn't adjust to the changes. Dogbe was just trying to go for the power punch, and when he goes, papa, then he takes the punches from Navarrete. And you see, this is what we are talking about. In the second fight, the same thing happened. And when he fought Avalos, which is his third fight, in his last 3 fights, when he fought Avalos, you saw the same thing happen. It was performing well from round 1 to 5. Now, from 6, 7, 8, you could see Dogbe was just average. And Avalos is not that of a great fighter. If it was even a great fighter, and it's the last one, and Dogbe was behaving like he did, I tell you, that person will take Dogbe out. Simple.
Okay.
So you see, I'm of the view, Ghanaians must not pamper Dogbe. They must not pamper him at all. Look at world champions like some of the world champions we have. This guy, what's his name? Joshua Clottey. We have these people will go and fight top opponent, and nobody is even giving them praises. You get what I'm saying? But this is a guy right from the beginning. Like everybody is pampering him, and it's affecting him. I'm not against Dogbe. Well, I was happy from the way he was using his jab and all that, but I'm criticizing him to make him a better person.
All right, I get where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. You're trying to criticize. I mean, you're criticizing him to get him better. I get where you're coming from. I mean, I'm sure Amedoda has a lot of counterpointing from what he has said. So let me hear from him.
Oh, Adan. The angle that you are going is I don't think it's telling you. I don't think that this criticism. I don't think this criticism is. No. Look, when you criticize and say that Dogbe didn't do what he should do in the ring to take to end the fight in round 8 is a problem for you, and then even the stoppage is a problem for you, and then I don't know, somebody might say you didn't watch the fight. It's true. What I am seeing, I love Dogbe, that fight. I love the old Dogbe if he's fighting.
Right.
But the old Dogbe is just like attacking minded. He don't know what is happening behind him. He don't know what is going on. Just attacking minded. But this is the guy who came back, who went off for over 1 year. And came back
14 months.
14 months, over 1 year. And then he came back to face a very tough contender who ever fought world title about 2 times.
That's true.
He's not that old. He's 30 years. He have body structure, everything than Dogbe. And then you are saying Dogbe didn't try. This criticism, in fact, and the people that you are comparing him to, if you want to measure that, it will be like we are going to areas that like we are selecting, or we are doing something which is not good. Please let your criticism. Dogbe change, say it. Okay, Dogbe change, say it. Now, if Dogbe is fighting, Dogbe is like he in this particular fight. This is since a Navarrete fight. This is his only fight that all of us saw. He fought different. Even he changed so many things. Even the way he go into ring like a lion and then chanting those things is like some local something. But now the guy changed from all those things, and then the way he's coming in now, even boxing. Dogbe don't box like that. The way Dogbe box in this fight, Dogbe don't box like that. Dogbe just attack you all over. You understand? Dogbe don't box like that. So if all these things happen, and then you are comparing the Dogbe now to some other things, or that this criticism, people would think and say, oh, then maybe you didn't watch exactly the fight. And then you talk about the referee. Do you know this referee very, very well? This is the referee who allow the fight between Joseph Agbeko and Abner Mares. The second fight, that is the referee for that fight. Then the low punches, the low punches that he allowed in that fight was even the commentators don't understand it. Okay, and then a low blow caused the boxer to go down, and then you started counting as a knockdown. That is the referee that caused that thing. And in this particular fight, Dogbe punched this guy, and then as Dogbe punched, the punch landed on the belt. Yeah, immediately he dotted one punch deducted a point. Do you know what a point in a boxing can cause? So please, this referee is a referee that got like, in fact, let me say this.
I like to counter Cudjoe on this.
All right, you have the floor.
You see, when you are talking about a referee like this, a referee that has a track record of this, and you know, like I told you, Dogbe is in debt. Dogbe signed a contract with Top Rank. It was top notch when they signed him. So they signed him to make money out of him. They gave him good money.
All right.
Right now, Dogbe and his dad, right from the beginning, they've been trying to come back to the game after he lost twice to Navarrete, so that they can be able to make the money and pay Top Rank. Right. Now, he's not been able to get any opponent. He was chasing some top names. He couldn't get a fight.
Frampton and the other guys.
Exactly. And you see, no one will give you the fight because in your last two fights, you fought the same. The guy you fought made you look like an average boxer. Okay. He made you look like a farmer. He made you look like someone you've not even boxed before. And you see, if you are fighting this way, already the politics abroad is very serious. It's a big politics. Matchroom won't give you matchroom. They have their own boxers that they want to bring up.
Right.
BBC, they have boxers they want to bring up. Golden Boy Promotion, they have boxers they want to bring up. So if you are fighting this way, nobody will give you a fight. And you see, if the referee you spoke about, it's a bad referee, and you know. So it's easy to make a bad stoppage like this for Dogbe to win. Because it was just 20 seconds to the fight. And you could see, I'm not criticizing Dogbe in a bad way. I'm just trying to let his team aware. You see, they have to wake up. Because if they don't wake up, I'm telling you, the next time we will face a big bosser, they will beat him again. It's the truth. It's a hard truth, and they have to accept it. If you should face any big bosser, they will beat
some
him.
counter punches are coming from Amedoda before Dogbe will come.
You know, for me, I'll speak. And if Dogbe is a smart boxer, if Dogbe his team, they are smart businessmen, they should sit down and wake up. Because if you fought someone like Alvarez, you see, if you say Alvarez has contended for a world championship and this, you know the guy, you know his record, you know how bad of a boxer he is. And look at the weighing. At the weighing, you saw the shots he was wearing, some loose shots. Right. I mean, it doesn't even speak well of Dogbe. Because if I'm at a different promotion and Dogbe wants to, I'll look at you, I'll be like, you, the person you fought, even his body language even doesn't look like a boxer. So you've not gotten there. You get what I'm saying? And the stoppage I'm still talking about, you could see the guy's body language. From the beginning, Dogbe threw some good punches. Like I was saying, he threw some good punches, but they were not big enough to put the guy down. And from the round 6, 7, 8, Dogbe slowed down. He slowed down. It was around 8 when he knew that the fight was going to end. I think they told him he needed a knockdown for them to be able to market him to get a world title shot again.
Okay.
And the referee has already been told. I'm not even there, but I'm telling you, the referee has been told that anytime the Alvarez falls down or he goes down, they have to end the fight. And that is what the referee tried to do. He did for him in the final round. It was just 20 seconds to finish the fight. And you see, Kofi, let me tell you the last thing.
Okay.
If Dogbe ended the fight as a unanimous decision, it will help him improve. His team will sit down and they can analyze, okay, if you should fight this way, we can just forget about you always winning the fight through knockout. So that you can build as a boxer, like a boxer that can go all the round. Master the game. But there are some bosses like Mayweather doesn't have a good knockout ratio. But it's rated
wait. I mean, don't take it from Mayweather. When Mayweather was in his prime, he was knocking them out. It was when he was about 35 years old. That was when he started going to the end of the round.
Good. But that's what I'm saying. The reason why Mayweather had to switch was that he realized that for the exchanges, he wasn't good at it, and it will be caught more. So what he did is he reduced the knockout kind of mentality in the fight, and enjoy the fight, don't let the fight frustrate you and beat you. Mayweather, most of his fights, he won by frustrating his opponent.
Right.
And you see, all these things, it counts. All these things, it helps bosses. So if Dogbe will sit down and he will realize, okay, this fight, I won the fight through a unanimous decision. Okay, it's good. I've done well. This is my comeback. So if this is my comeback, what am I supposed to do so that I get a knockout and I know this is what I did in particular and knock the opponent down.
All right. Let me cut you there, or let me pause you there, and then get Amedoda's last reactions on what you said, and then we'll move to the featherweight division because our time is almost gone.
Yeah.
Daniel, the point that you are raising is like you are just missing so many things.
Okay.
Dogbe is somebody that Top Rank will not spend so much money on because they know that Dogbe followers are very small if you compare it to Navarrete followers. So that point that you are making is he doesn't take it. You understand?
No, but I wasn't making that point to Navarrete. I was making it to
Avalos. No. But Avalos is American and is American and Mexican. So still, he have more than what the only thing that Dogbe is having more than.
You get followers when you're a good boxer.
Let me land. Any number one, he's a white guy. White guy have more this thing than even the black American. If you don't know that in boxing, yes.
It's true.
And then number two, he's an African. The Africans don't follow boxing, especially Ghana. We don't follow boxing with our money like that. That is another thing. This guy, Avalos guy, boxing on paper, Dogbe is ahead of Avalos because Dogbe is a former world champion, and they know, and they know what he can do. You understand? But if you put Dogbe and any boxer in the caliber of Dogbe, and who is a white boy, and then he's from Mexico or having Mexico descendants, in fact, there's no way they will pick Dogbe because Dogbe cannot bring lots of money. Those people bring lots of money, they follow. You see, so what the point that you made that Dogbe was looking for fight, he didn't get it because of his style of fight. It is not true. Like many people will not get fight. I can point many people to you that cannot get fight. Okay, yes,
but
it's true.
Can you tell me why he didn't get a fight with Carl Frampton?
Carl Frampton, they were working the fight, but it didn't work, and then Dogbe got problem with his hand. That's another thing. Carl Frampton is also a former world champion, and he knows Dogbe very well. He and Dogbe have sparring before.
Good. So
he also beat Avalos.
What I'm trying to say is this: you see, when you are winning fight, when you're a top-notch boxer, you grant fight to other boxers. And you see, if I'm a white guy, if I'm a white guy in the US and I'm a big name, I have the followers, and there's a black guy. You see what happened to Joshua Clottey? Joshua Clottey is a top-notch boxer. If he was a US boxer after Pacquiao, he would have still gotten good fight. Even at his age, he will still get good fight. But what I'm saying is, you see the way Dogbe lost to Navarrete. The first fight, the second fight, he was a world champion. He came and he was beaten. They even threw a towel, and that is not even a good sign for him coming from Africa. So you see, what confronting even will easily say, oh, let me fight Dogbe. He would rather give it to a white person, or rather give it to a UK citizen who is a black guy, or someone from their camp, someone from his camp. You get what I'm saying? I'm not the reason why Dogbe was given Avalos and the referee backed Dogbe is because Dogbe has a contract with Top Rank. Top Rank must make money out of Dogbe. And when you look at the way Dogbe climbed to Top Rank before he was signed to Top Rank, a lot of money was spent on Dogbe. Joshua Clottey didn't get that. You see, this is a point I'm raising. I'm not saying I don't like Dogbe, but you see, when someone gets life easy and he gets to a place where he's not going to get our support, we must be realistic with the person. We must explain to the person. We must make the person realize the kind of place he is at the moment, so that he will know I have no one. He will know I have to know this person out to make a statement. He will know I have to know this person out to make a statement.
Right.
That is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
That is what
I'm
not.
I think you're having feedback from one of you guys, but I think it's okay. One of you guys, but I think it's okay.
Yes.
All right, so guys, I mean, I think it's enough of the Dogbe story. If I say I'm going to let us go, you will say your own. Amedoda will come inside, so I will say his own. But overall, I think we are all excited that Dogbe has won. The whole Ghana is excited because, see, let me tell you, before Dogbe's fight, right? We've seen how boxing was. Even locally, there've been some boxing, the Fist of Fury and everything before the COVID-19. And then one hope we had was Ellen Johnson, who went into the fight to lose. I would say she's the second African who fought, because one Ghanaian fought before her. And then Dogbe came in. And with Dogbe's victory, I mean, I think Africa is excited. I had some Nigerians on the show, Fawaz on the show on Tuesday. He shared how excited he was. In the same way, Riliwan Lawa was also on the show yesterday. He also mentioned how excited he was. So we can see that Africa boxing is sort of, the fun is the excitement is coming like by the day. And I say Dogbe's victory has a lot of contribution to it. All right. So yeah, I think it's all good for us. Now let's look at the division that he's in now. We have Emmanuel Navarrete now moving up to this division that Dogbe is in now. We also have the former WBO Super Bantamweight champion Justin Magdaleno in this division now. Are you sure? Are you thinking like I'm thinking like that? Definitely will see a trilogy between any of these two fighters.
Okay.
Amedoda, can you hear me? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so you can go. I think Amedoda's network is not really helping us today.
The trilogy will by all means it will happen, and if it happens, it will be good for boxing lovers to at least make a last statement, because Dogbe has changed a lot now. He's with a new camp, and we are expecting he can, at least if he's able to beat Navarrete in a trilogy, it will show how serious and how serious he is to the sport, and how he has been able to adjust from his loss. It will be good for him, but I'm not happy for him staying in the featherweight division, because of the big names there. If he should at least stay in the bantamweight, we all know what he did in the bantamweight, so it would help him.
Let me hold you there. Let me hold you there, ask Amedoda. Between Dogbe versus Jesse Magdaleno and that 2, and Dogbe versus Emmanuel Navarrete 3, which one would you want to see more, Amedoda?
For now, Dogbe just came in,
right,
and then started new in featherweight. Right. Even though Dogbe is not new to featherweight anyway, he fought in featherweight before he dropped down to super bantamweight.
Right.
But this is the comeback fight. He's off for over a year now, and then he came back, and then he did something tremendous anyway. But if they say today they should choose a fight for Dogbe, I will not choose Navarrete for him now.
Okay.
I can choose some other guys for him, but not Navarrete. The reason is what he started learning now, especially the defense, that we believe that with the good defense, Dogbe can cause havoc anywhere that he's fighting. Yes. Because you remember the first fight, Dogbe dropped Navarrete and the referee called it the blow from wrong side, which after this thing, which after all the camera showing that it's a good punch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I remember that very well. The defense, but the defense, that is one thing that he's not very good with. And then he's small. Dogbe is small. If you compare him to Navarrete, Dogbe is very small. So he's attacking, cannot harm. Even that is what caused Dogbe earlier on. And then they advised him to drop from the featherweight. If you could remember, he was operating in featherweight, and then they because he cannot push people down with his punches because he's not having so much weight. The Tabanao fight before and some other fight, he fought it on that angle, and you could see how he suffered in Tabanao fight because Tabanao is a big guy, he's a featherweight guy, so you could see that fight. Even though I scored that fight for Dogbe, Anyway, I scored that fight for Dogbe, but Dogbe suffered in the fight, and some of the falling can be counted as knockdown in that fight. From there, the gurus in boxing over here advise the father that the Dogbe should rather calm down. So Dogbe came down, and then he's able to force himself and then make the weight. But now he's growing. At that time, he was like 21, 22. But now he's 24, 25. You see? Yeah. So he's now growing. So as he's growing now to make a weight at the featherweight will not be so much a problem for him like it was at the bantamweight. So it's good that he moved to the featherweight. And then as now he get the Barry coach behind him and then working on his defense and then some other things, I think we have Dogbe need a time, about 2 fights time. Though I believe you, Dogbe can fight Navarrete and beat him.
So between Navarrete and Magdaleno, which one would you prefer after he's prepared?
Yeah, after he's prepared, I would prefer Magdaleno first, because Magdaleno was also saying that he wasn't ready for that fight. Magdaleno made that comment after the fight. Magdaleno said that. And we all know Magdaleno. Magdaleno is a very good boxer. You see, so I'll prefer Magdaleno so that they go in the second fight to be the hardest test for Dogbe. That is that's what I'll choose for him. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think Dogbe can become 2 times world champion?
Oh yes, of course. At least if they will look at his division, like pay attention to the kind of things he's lacking. Because to me, I think the featherweight is now, it will be very difficult for him, especially coming from those 2 defeats that even made him quit boxing mentally. It will be very difficult for him. He should at least stay at the bantamweight, relax, dominate, get a lot of confidence, then later move to the featherweight. Because he wasn't good at the bantamweight, so he should stay there for some time.
Okay, Amedoda, if Dogbe becomes a 2 times world champion, do you think he'll be able to defend the title more than like in many years than he did with this with when he was with the WBO's bantamweight title?
Oh yes, he had that chance. It started showing already. The time that Dogbe rose and then became a boxer. He became a world boxer for the world to know him. It reached a point. It took things for granted. That thing to happen to most of the boxers, even the top boxers. Even it happened to Azuma Nelson. When you reach a point and then you are just clearing everything that is in front of you, you take it like, oh, I am, that is me. There's nothing else that I can do. So before you realize, you will be overtaken. You see, that is the thing. So Dogbe have the chance, and then this guy is a very smart guy, and then he mingle with a class of people. So he's very smart, and then he'll be. In fact, in this fight, the things that I saw about Dogbe, the way some primitive life and things like that are not part of this fight, it made me believe that this guy is learning very fast. Dogbe is learning very, very fast, and then he can do better things, especially when he win this thing again, because he knows the terrain very well. Yeah, he knows the terrain very well. There's no boxer around that rank that Dogbe did not know. He's been sparring with people, top boxers before, so he knows the terrain very well and he can do better. So this time, the only thing is now the mind that he's coming with. The good thing is he's going to put himself down and then steady things. Capable of winning world title again, because he's just a 25 years boy. So he will surely, and then all the guys over there, he know them. So by all means, and if you win the title, he will defend it more time. Yes, because he's a very disciplined guy. Dogbe is one of the disciplined guy Ghana boxing have now.
Ghana boxing have seen. I agree. All right, guys. Our time is fast spent, but we can't leave without talking about the exclusive that came in today. Mike Tyson and then Roy Jones Jr. signing the papers to face each other. It would definitely be an exhibition fight. If I leave you guys, we will discuss Dogbe and they will not go. So I will have to let us pause and Dogbe talk about this thing briefly. We have about 7 minutes to go. I'll give Isaac 2 minutes. I'll also give it 2 minutes and I'll sign out. So I'll take first from Sowah. The exclusive coming in today is that Mike Tyson has agreed to face Roy Jones Jr.
I think it's good. It's good for boxing because after the COVID, we've not really seen that big fight, a fight that will bring a lot of people together and follow boxing that way. So I think it's good. And before we thought it was going to be the rodeo, Holyfield.
Yeah, right.
Yes, but when you look at Holyfield, the stature, the body language, I don't think it's a match for Mike Tyson. Although he has beaten Tyson twice, I don't think it's a good fight. But Roy Jones, with Mike Tyson fighting Roy Jones, is very good. It's very good.
Very competitive.
Roy Jones, yes. When you look at their body and everything, Roy Jones has been active. Like from 2016, he's been boxing. Even last year, 2018, he boxed. And it's a very good boxer. He's a boxer that came from the middleweight to even win the heavyweight title, which nobody has been able to do. So it will be a good fight. It will be a good fight. Their age difference is not that huge. So I'm happy. I'm happy we have a fight for them.
Okay, all right. Amedoda, let me take yours and then we'll sign out.
Oh, in fact, really, I call this thing I call it comic relief. I don't know why boxing should be bringing these things on. These old men, what are they bringing on board now? I don't know what these old men are bringing on board now. They have nothing to bring on board because all of them, both of them. Yeah. Before they will end boxing, they started losing fight. Anything that in front of them, they lose it. They lose fight to people that you don't even think of.
That's
so
true.
I don't know. It got to a point. Mike Tyson cannot fight more than 2 rounds. I'm telling you, when he was active, before he would come into retirement, Mike Tyson cannot fight consistently 2 or 3 rounds. Any boxer that would take Mike Tyson through 2 rounds, the 3rd round, Mike Tyson started doing things that he don't know what he's doing. And then he got beaten by knockout. And Roy Jones too. Roy Jones is my boxer that I love. I love him so much. He's very, very athletic. When Roy Jones is boxing, in fact, it's something that even old ladies should like to watch every day. Yeah. But this guy came down from heavyweight, started losing every fight, losing. Even his children started begging him, "Daddy, stop fighting. In fact, it took so many people to talk to him to stop fighting now, to go into retirement now. What is bringing him back again? What at all is bringing him back? I know it's just because of money. That's why this guy is doing this thing. But I'm asking myself, how much money do you want? How much can you eat? Okay. So I don't know what kind of boxing these things sanctioning this kind of things, and then it will become a total joke because as they raise up this thing, so many guys are there saying that, "Oh, I'm ready." And if you see them, all of them grow white hair, and then they are very old. Their bodies, you see. So I don't know what is coming. I don't know what is it. So they should go into it for us to see.
But see, ever since the news broke that Mike Tyson was getting back, social media blew up. It just blew up.
It's true.
You know, and boxing is about promotions, right? It's about the money. Definitely, like you're saying, you think it's about the money. Yes, it's about the money. They need to make some money. You understand? So for me, I never got to see him fight in his active days. Yes, this will not be in his active days, but it would also give me the opportunity to watch him. Maybe I don't know. If coronavirus will be done at that time, maybe I'll even fly there and go watch him live. You know, so I feel like it is just a comeback for fans to just enjoy.
Those 2 brands, they are marketable brands. They are brands that can generate you money.
Very marketable.
I won't agree with Cudjoe on the fact that they have nothing to bring. They are bringing a lot of things because the announcement was made somewhere in April. When Tyson was coming back.
It was somewhere in March, before the lockdown.
Before the lockdown. And it has been trending till now.
Till today.
Someone who has retired. It has been trending till now. And everybody is excited. People want to watch it. So to me, in as much they are old people but Roy, when you look at his track record from 2016, I think in his last 4 fights, he won everything. Or his last 4 fights, he won everything. So it's good for COVID, like you said, COVID relief.
Yeah.
It's COVID relief. We really need a fight. So let's give them the opportunity to do something.
All right, guys. It's a very exciting show. Exciting show. I always enjoy myself when I have you guys on the show. It's been a very educative and a very detailed show. I'm sure, like I always say, the opinions are exclusively ours. If you want to be on the show, you can just text us, and then we'll also get you on the show. My guest has been Sowah, Daniel Sowah, right? Daniel Sowah, and then Cudjoe Amedoda. On my regular panel on the Total Boxing show here on Kboxtv. If you want to be a part of it, just send us a message. You can send it to Daniel Sowah or Cudjoe Amedoda, or you can send it to me personally, Kofi Baisie Jnr, and we'll be part of the team, and then we'll all discuss boxing. We love boxing. That's why we see us here every Thursday. Make sure to catch us here next week Thursday again, and definitely we'll have another interesting conversation like we're having today. Guys, thank you, and see you next week.
Thank you very much.